how to break all of your habits. Every single person has bad habits, doing something you're not supposed to be doing, smoking, drinking, watching dirty websites. Like, we're all suffering, let's be honest in that. So in this video, I'm gonna break down how you can go about breaking each one of them habits and become a better version of yourself. Now, before I get started, you know exactly what to do. Smash the like button, hit the red subscribe button. Make sure to leave a comment down below as well on what video you want to see next or what you got from the video. So the first thing is, we all have it. Everybody accumulates bad habits. Like, you're not an angel, you know? If you're an angel and you're sinless, then you wouldn't be here. But you're a human being, you have your sin, you have your downfalls, you have your bad habits. That's normal, you understand? Now, overcoming them habits is very important. You cannot be stuck at the same bad habit for 10, 20, 30 years, bro. Like, eventually you need to be getting better. Your life needs to be getting better. You need to be getting smarter. You need to be overcoming yourself. Self-overcoming is crucial. You understand? Being in the same position, bro, is literally the worst feeling in the world. Feeling stuck, feeling trapped, feeling like you just cannot overcome this situation is the worst thing. So we have to, first of all, realize the cause and effect of the issue. What has caused you to this bad habit, and what's the effect of it? That's first and foremost. If you don't know where the bad habit is coming from, or what the origin is, or why you're even doing it, then how are you going to overcome it? You understand? Like I always say, you need to cut the tree from the root and that. If you're not taking, if you don't go to the root issue, then it'll keep reoccurring, keep coming back. So you have to first of all realize that the bad habit that you're doing, I don't know what it is for you. Maybe it's smoking. Let's use smoking, for example. Let's say smoke, that's a bad habit. Like, you first need to understand the effect of this smoking. In the short term, you might feel like, oh yeah, it's stress relief, or look cool, or just makes you feel better. But you need to think long term. In 10, 20, 30 years, this is going to develop into cancer. This is going to develop into respiratory or lung problems. Like, this is going to develop into something major. I'm going to be sick. It's going to affect my children. It's going to affect my family. It's going to affect my overall health. So you have to think long term. If I continue on this path for the next 10 to 20 years, how will this affect me? You have to understand that, because most of us live for the short-term pleasure. Oh, pizza, tastes so nice. Pizza, oh, smoking, oh yeah, I feel great. You're doing all of these short-term gratification things and you feel like, yeah, it's all great, but it accumulates, it adds up. And then before you know it, down the line, you now have an issue. Now you have problems with your health, with your mind, with your life. So realize that, yo, this will turn into something bad if I continue on this path. Do I want this to happen to me? Yes, then continue. If I know the consequences, no, then I need to change. And the only way to stop a bad habit is to replace it with a good habit, with an alternative. You cannot simply stop something without having an alternative. If you're used to smoking, for example, you can't just stop smoking and then think, oh, I'm just gonna stop. That feeling will still arise. That feeling will still come up. What are you going to do then when the feeling comes? You know what? I'm gonna put myself into the gym. You know what? I'm just gonna do some breath work. You know what? I'm gonna go for a long walk whenever I feel this emotion. You know? So then your body gets used to reacting differently to the feeling that arises. Whereas previously you used to pick up the cigarette and smoke. Now you work out. Now you go for a walk. Now you do breath work. Especially when it comes to smoking, breath work is so powerful. Breath work, I feel like that is the antidote, if you ask me. But I'll make a separate video on that, because that energy that you're arising is circulating. It's similar to the feeling of smoking. Whether smoking cigarettes, weed, whatever, it's the same feeling, bro. But it's a positive feeling. There's no side effects with it that comes with the other things. You understand? So the alternative is very important. And if you have a list of bad habits, make sure you start off with the easiest to the hardest. You can do whichever way. I feel like easiest to hardest makes more sense. And habit that you know it's not a bad habit like that. You don't do it too often, maybe once or twice a week. Beating that habit will then give you the confidence and strength to beat the next habit. Whereas if you go with something so difficult, so challenging, which you can also beat, I guess, and then work your way down. But the moment you overcome one bad habit, bro, it's gonna give you strength, courage, like, yo, next one. Then it's gonna be like a snowball effect, yeah, next one. Before you know it, you're knocking down all these bad habits one by one by one. You're slaying the bad habits, and you know, you're improving, you're self-overcoming. So you can write down like, yo, you know, I'm gonna start with this one. And then once you overcome that one, next one. Then you are on the journey of self-improvement, the journey of self-overcoming, and your life will completely change, bro. You're gonna feel better, you're gonna have more confidence, everything about you will just be much better, elevated. And that shows you living consciously. You're actually making a choice to better yourself. And there's no better feeling in the life when it's self-improvement. Self-improvement is a must. It's not a negotiable. It's not only for positive people. Self-improvement is a must. If you're not self-improving, then what are you doing? If you're not bettering yourself, then what are you doing? Are you just simply existing, just going by life, go with the flow? You have to live consciously. Now, the book that I highly, highly recommend for you guys to read is Atomic Habits. Atomic Habit is a must read. It shows you exactly how to build habits, how to break habits, different methods that you can use, habit stacking. There's so many different ways that it will teach you to improve yourself. You understand? So that book is a must read. It's one of the best-selling self-improvement books. It will show you exactly step by step on how to better yourself. But you must have the desire to change yourself. You understand? If you do not have the desire, the courage, the belief that you're able to change yourself, then you're not going to. You might watch this video, get a little hyped and that, and then watch the next video and then you forget about it. You must have a strong desire to change. Some people don't have a desire to change. Some people would like to change and, change, it's all right. Or they think it's too difficult. But if you have a strong desire to change, like, yo, I will better myself, then you will. And I feel like the best way to put yourself into that mindset is look at it from the long term. I want to better myself so I can inspire my children. Your children are not going to amount to anything, but if you don't amount to anything, I'm telling you right now. People think, oh yeah, you're going to tell your children not to smoke, not to drink, but they're watching you smoking and drinking. Do you really think they're not going to smoke and drink? You want your kid to be in shape, you want to be energetic, active, but you are lazy and fat. Do you really think your children's going to think about it, bro? And that's a very strong purpose right there for your children or for your family or for whatever, something beyond yourself, bro. That needs to be your purpose. You can even look at God, what does God want me to, you understand? Something that's going to stimulate you, that has a strong emotion attached with it. That's what's going to help you change yourself. You understand? But it all takes time. Everything takes time. It's a journey. The bad habit took years to accumulate. You understand? The good habit doesn't need to take years. It can take weeks, it can take months, but it's going to take a period of time. You must continue to seek to improve yourself. If you're not trying to improve yourself, like I said, bro, what are you doing on this earth, man? What are you doing? Simply just existing is a shame, bro. It's a shame to humanity, shame to ancestors, a shame to God. Whatever you believe in, bro, it doesn't make sense. But you have to realize that the only way you can change yourself is first change your thinking. So your thoughts, it's a thinking process. Your addiction starts with a thought. If you can change your thinking, you can change your life. You understand? Change the way you think. The moment your thoughts change, then your actions will change. Then when you change your actions, your habits will change. And then your character will change. And when your character changes, your whole destiny will change. And you will walk a different path. Everything will be in the past and you'll be walking completely different road now. You'll be a complete different person. But you have to make the choice, bro. It's not easy. It's a struggle, it's hard, it's difficult, whatever word you want to use. But there is no other way. You must realize there is no other way, but this has to happen. If it doesn't happen, then you're trapped for eternity, bro. You're literally trapped forever. And nobody wants that. But regardless of that, never give up on yourself. Never give up. Even if you're fighting this bad habit for a year, for 2 years, for 5 years, for 10 years, do not get to the point where it's like, yo, you know what? Bro, I'm tired, bro. You know what? I'm not going to make it. You know what? I can't overcome this addiction. This is just me now. You just accept it. Never accept it. Keep fighting, striving, pray to God or the universe, whatever you believe in, bro. Keep using everything you have to beat this addiction, beat the bad habit. And you will get there eventually. It can only get better, right? It's not going to get worse and worse. If you genuinely want to change, it can only get better. Maybe you do something daily that you're not supposed to be doing. Maybe you smoke daily. Maybe now you smoke once every 2 days. Maybe you got it down to once every week or socially. Eventually you are, keep fighting. You will win in the end. So that's the main thing, bro. That's the message of the video. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the red subscribe button. Make sure to leave a comment down below on what you got from the video or what you want to see next. And that's it, man. Keep grinding.